I want everyone who is watching this video to immediately stop what they are doing. Put your phones on silence, shut off any open tabs in your browser, and simply sit down to listen to me. As I sit in my studio and watch the official tournament draw for the forthcoming quarterfinals, I can't help but get chills since the most ideal situation has just mathematically come true. The mainstream sports networks are going to attempt to sell you a very basic, very lazy, and entirely contrived narrative when they begin airing their generic, highly polished television promo packages for this showdown. Tomorrow morning, you'll see all the YouTube thumbnails that frame this as a typical David versus Goliath scenario, complete with neon letters and frightened expressions. They will tell you that Coco Gauff, the current American superstar, the Grand Slam champion, and the epitome of contemporary physical strength, is the overwhelming favorite going into this quarterfinal matchup with the up-and-coming tough underdog. The mainstream media is utterly afraid to tell you the truth. I tell you now, as someone who spends hours poring over the raw, unfiltered, totally unbiased data of every single match these two women have played. In actuality, we are examining more than simply a tennis match. Two statistical paradoxes that are diametrically opposed are about to collide in a spectacular, violent, and horrifying way. And from the first time the ball hits the baseline, it will be a pure bloodbath. This is where the immovable object meets the irresistible force. And I'll explain why this particular matchup will totally shut down the tennis world. I need to take a moment to talk directly to the folks who actually made this happen, the people who saw this coming from a mile away, before we get into the tactical breakdown of why this match is going to blow the internet up. The excitement surrounding this quarterfinal extends beyond the court, so I need to speak with the ardent Coco Gauff supporters as well as the Eala army. It's taking place in the stands. It is occurring in the comment sections as well as throughout the tennis community worldwide. For months, the tennis community has been informed by the ALA supporters that Alexandra was a generational talent. She persevered through the lower-level competitions, as you witnessed. Her careful footwork was evident to you. When you noticed that she had an exceptionally high tennis IQ, you surrounded her with unwavering support. You willed her into this situation, despite the critics' dismissal that she lacked the raw strength to take on the heavyweights. Fans of Coco, you have witnessed your daughter bear the unbearably heavy burden of American tennis expectations since she was 15 years old. You have seen her persevere through mechanical crises, coaching changes, and swing adjustments. And because of her incredible athleticism and great passion, you have seen her win grueling, ugly matches. Center court will become an incredible pressure cooker due to the enthusiasm that these two fan bases bring. The atmosphere will be so dense that a knife could cut through it when these two emerge from the tunnel. This isn't only a quarterfinal. For the sport, this is a cultural moment. In order to comprehend why this particular clash will fundamentally undermine the tactical basis of contemporary tennis, we must thoroughly examine the enormously obvious crisis that Coco Gauff's side of the net is currently experiencing. I have been following Coco's statistics throughout the season, and what I see is a girl whose mechanical serving game is absolutely failing, and who is only surviving on her incredible athleticism and unyielding conceit. We must be honest about this. Coco Gauff has been committing a whole carnage of double faults by moving up to the service line. In a single match, we have seen her hit 12 and occasionally 16 double faults. I want you to truly imagine the psychological torment that would befall her. In her own service motion, she is totally absorbed. She is consistently, inevitably, depending on a weak, apprehensive second serve because her first serve percentage has been in the pitiful low 40s. She's losing free points. Without ever swinging a racket, she is actively giving her opponents full games. A player like that would be blown off the floor in less than an hour in any other environment. Here is Coco Gauff's absolutely terrifying contradiction and the reason she won a Grand Slam. She refuses to die even though she has a service motion that is actively working against her. With her back against the wall, she simply dominates the baseline rallies because she has this terrifying, cold-blooded clutch element. Coco prevails by entangling her rivals in an untidy, unattractive street brawl. In essence, she says, "All right, my serve is terrible. I'll run you into the ground as soon as the ball enters play, even if I'm handing you free points." No woman on the planet covers the court as quickly as she does. Mathematically impossible balls are retrieved by her. When the pressure is on, she uses her athletic intimidation, defensive prowess, and physical force to defeat players. Her entire strategy is based on the knowledge that her opponents will eventually become frightened, tense, and collapse from the extreme physical strain of attempting to strike a clean winner past her. The ultimate survivor is Coco. When she is injured, she becomes even more dangerous as an apex predator. However, we must now search the internet. Given her current mechanical state, we must examine the greatest tactical nightmare Coco Gauff may ever encounter. We must discuss Alexandra Eala. If Coco Gauff is the ultimate crazy survivor, Alexandra Eala is the baseline assassin who is cold, methodical, and incredibly brilliant. Alexandra Eala is not to be intimidated by you. The tedious, grinding baseline exchange is her absolute dominion, so you can't pull her into a frenzied street brawl and expect her to fear. Throughout the entire tournament, we have seen Eala absolutely destroy seasoned, extremely tactical veterans without using a single ace. There are no free points. Every point she wins is a lung-earning masterclass in point construction, heavy topspin, and complete physical stamina, which befits the mental and physical discipline she demands. She willingly sacrifices the sport's simplest weapon by playing the game on the maximum difficulty setting, yet she still suffocates her opponents. The statistical collision occurs at this point. The outcome of the match will be decided here. On her second serve, Eala has been achieving incredible, statistically unattainable win rates. Over 70% of her second serve points have been won by her. She has created an impenetrable fortress out of the most vulnerable shot in tennis. I'm sitting here wondering what happens when Alexandra Eala's unrelenting, unconcerned baseline consistency meets Coco Gauff's flawed, wildly erratic service game. Coco Gauff is going straight into a wood chipper if she plays center court and believes she can dish out a dozen double faults and still win the game from the baseline. Punishing inconsistency is the foundation of A's entire strategy. The Eala army is on the attack when Coco fails to make that initial serve. To raw, Eala is about to take a bold stride inside the baseline with no fear whatsoever as the stadium trembles. She will steal Coco's anxious second serves very early, deprive the American of her valuable reaction time, and make her make impossible shots while running. Lil hits hefty, deep, viciously spinning balls that gradually erode the player's confidence and vitality across the net if she doesn't aim for insanely low percentage winners. The tiny, undetectable margins of mental combat will determine the outcome of this thrilling quarterfinal. Who swings the hardest forehand is not the point. When the score is tied at 5-all in the third set, the question is who blinks first. Being the alpha is what Coco Gauff lives on. When she tracks down a drop shot and tears a passing shot down the line, she feeds off the fear in her opponent's eyes. On Tuesday, however, Coco won't perceive fear when she looks across the internet. If a 30-shot rally is required to win the point, she will witness Eala calmly bouncing the ball, totally unconcerned by Coco's pace, and prepared to hit it. When Coco Gauff throws the ball up for a second serve at 30-40, imagine the oppressive pressure she feels knowing that Eala will not miss the return if she misses by a single inch. It will feel as though Coco's arm weighs 1,000 pounds. She is aware that she cannot depend on free points and that Eala will gladly take in all of the pace that Coco gives her. Coco's patience will be put to the ultimate test by Eala. She will put her cardiovascular fitness to the test, but more importantly, she will put her total sanity to the test. By just refusing to miss, we have witnessed Eala defeat veterans in 7 straight games. We might see a methodical clinical dismantling of the American superstar if she gets into Coco's head early and secures 1 or 2 early breaks of service due to Coco's double faults. However, we must also not undervalue a champion's heart. These scary, dark areas are nothing new to Coco Gauff. She has lost a set and a break, battled the crowd and her own serve, but she has managed to dig her fingernails into the ground and get herself back up. The entire aspect of the match changes if Coco can miraculously find a rhythm on her first serve and land 60 or 70% of her initial deliveries. She will suddenly be pushed backwards. Eala's lack of aces suddenly becomes a huge liability because Coco will be coming back full of venom. Coco will have the advantage if she can make this a match solely about sprinting and explosive power. Will Coco's mechanics be able to withstand the constant pressure of Eala's baseline game? Will Coco try to stop the points too soon and start throwing unforced errors over the net? Or will she panic and accept the fact that she must play lengthy rallies? I am going crazy over this matchup because of this. It's the ideal collision of styles. It pits Alexandra Eala's exacting, extremely precise baseline geometry against Coco Gauff's raw, unrestrained, and occasionally anarchic athletic genius. The media is frantically trying to sell you a story of American supremacy. However, it is obvious from the raw statistics and underlying mathematics that this is a coin flip given how these two ladies actually play tennis at the moment. The ideal scientifically created kryptonite for a player who has trouble with mechanical consistency is Coa. Aces are not necessary for her. Cheap points are not necessary for her. All she needs is her racket, a baseline, and her supporters' unflinching raw. However, the ultimate wild card is Coco Gauff. Statistics don't apply to her. She destroys the models. When the odds are against her, she prevails. For both of them, this is the precise point at which potential becomes absolute actuality. Entire seasons are defined by this contest. The match will gradually but surely devolve into a tedious tactical chess match if Eala can withstand the opening assault and the first 4 or 5 games, during which Coco comes out shooting on sheer adrenaline and anxious energy. Additionally, the player who commits the fewest unforced mistakes typically wins the trophy in a tactical chess tournament. As we get closer to this huge collision, I want to know exactly how these two fan bases are feeling at the moment. Are you all anxious? Are you certain that Coco's serving crisis will be revealed by Eala's baseline dominance? Or do you believe the young star will be unable to cope with Coco's superior speed and Grand Slam experience? How loud will it be when Coco saves a breakpoint with a huge forehand winner, or when Eala blasts her maiden passing shot? Right now, I need you to pour your energy, your tactical analysis, and your predictions into the comments area. Demonstrate to the YouTube algorithm the size and commitment of this tennis community. Do you believe that Eala will try to force the unforced errors by focusing on Coco's forehand? Or will she simply attack every second serve that crosses the net with vigor? Will Coco be able to correct her toss in time, in your opinion? Or will she once more have to rely only on her defense? Describe in detail how you anticipate this thrilling quarterfinal to unfold. To ensure that everyone sees the truth about this clash before the broadcast networks try to spin it, make sure you use the like button to push this unfiltered, data-driven analysis to the top of the stream. Now go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Activate those alerts. The tennis world is utterly unprepared for the statistical abnormality that is about to occur, so grab some snacks, organize your schedule, and get ready for a full-on battle on center court as Alexandra Eala and Coco Gauff take the court. I'll see you all for the live, unscripted post-match analysis as soon as the last point is scored.